Welcome to the Chris Harold Show, where we help coaches, consultants, and experts go from overworked, overwhelmed, and underperforming to enjoying a full sales pipeline and more revenue in order to fulfill your kingdom assignment and create an eternal legacy using our God's masterpiece rapid success system. Welcome your host, Christopher Harold.
Hey, welcome to the Chris Harold Show, where I help Christ and coaches, consultants, and experts go from overworked and overwhelmed and underperforming to enjoying a full sales pipeline and more revenue, but not how you think. And today's episode is going to be a really good one. We're going to talk about pricing tips for coaches, consultants, and experts. If you remember in a previous episode, I mentioned to you, I had a bunch of people who were sending me, requests, for things that they're looking for help with in their professional services, coaches, consultant, expert business. I said, oh, sure. So I'll go ahead and do a couple episodes, to share some tips to help you guys. So it's going to be a really good one today. It's going to be very, very important that you understand what I'm sharing with you today as well. So before we dive into this amazing content I'm going to share with you, be sure to check this out. If you want to scale your coaching, consulting, or expert business to 6 figures and you've been overworked and overwhelmed, then watch this video. Hey, my name is Chris Harold, and I help Christ-centered coaches, consultants, and experts go from overworked, overwhelmed, and underperforming to enjoying a full sales pipeline and more revenue, but not how you think. And if you want more visibility so you can reach more clients, create more impact, and have a consistent and predictable way to make more sales in your business, now I'm hosting a live 5 days to 5 figure months masterclass that will show you how to become more visible, increase your reach, and get more clients without prospecting, chasing them on social media, or even doing complicated launches and stuff. In fact, this technique, this KVE technique that I'm going to teach you over our 5+ days is responsible for generating $418,020 in only 22 months in our brand new coaching business online. In fact, here's some proof. Okay, really quick, I just want to show you this so you can see this. This is inside of one of my merchants account. It's called Stripe. See my name there, Christopher Harold. And I put in some dates when I very first started utilizing this KVA technique. And it was April of 2020. And the most recent date here, February 4th. And as you can see here, generated $302,500. That's the volume, $302,500 there. Now here's my PayPal account. You can see here, see my name, Christopher Harold there, and company name there, Freedom Chasers LLC. And the same thing here with the dates. I put the same identical dates in here. You can see right here, and $95,520 is coming from PayPal. And I want to show you this here because I do get paid, via wire transfer as well. You can see the date there, November 17, 2021, and another $17,000 came in from wire transfer right to my business checking account. So if we were to add these up with Stripe, it was $302,500. To PayPal came $95,520. Wire transfer was $17,000 there, and the $3,000 came in from Cash App and Walmart to Walmart. That gives us $418,020 in a brand new coaching business. You can go register right now by going to getvisibleWithVirtual.com or clicking the link somewhere around this video. Listen, the secret to growing your business fast is simplifying it. And I have not found a better or more simple way than to do that by using the KVE technique. If you want more authority, positioning, exposure, attract the right audience, create a larger email list, build a tribe that loves you, grow your brand, create more influence in the kingdom, and spend more time doing the things you love, go register right now for the 5 days, 5 figure months masterclass by going to getvisibleWithVirtual.com or click the link somewhere around this video. And I'm going to see you in the class. All right. Now, welcome back right now, my friend. Now, like I said, definitely get your spot to this upcoming amazing 5 days of 5 figure months masterclass. It will radically shift and change your life. And what's actually, it's ironic is that, what we talk about today in today's episode, I'm actually going to dive into a whole lot more detail inside the Get Visible with Virtual 5 days to 5 figure month masterclass as well. But let's talk about this pricing strategies for coaches, consultants, and experts, right? So it's very important, first and foremost, that we understand that price is relative, right? See, a lot of folks looking for that end all be all, right? It's like, okay, where should I be? You know, what's the magic number, right? And, you know, it's a mindset is, how much will people actually pay for this, right? So let me be at that number. Or Walmart's at this number. I need to be right underneath Walmart, right? Here's the deal. Price is relative. All right. And you have to understand that, there is no one size fit all for anyone, right? Especially your programs, no one size fit all, because what people pay for value. And for example, my home here is probably worth a different number than my neighbor's home 3 homes over, right? So now you know, when people kind of get comparables, you can kind of get a general idea, right? But at the end of the day, people are willing to pay for what they value. So there is no one size fit all amount. It's not, like I said, not like Walmart where everything's fixed, you know, everything. There's no one size fit all because people pay for results. So everything is relative. And so what you don't want to be, though, you don't want to put yourself in a position where you're trying to be the cheapest person around, where you're trying to be the dollar store, right? You want to be the dollar store of coaching, the dollar store of consulting, the dollar store of leadership, you know, leading your ministry, leading your business, whatever, right? You don't want to be the dollar store of professional services where you base everything on price, because one thing that people don't realize, and this is true. See, a lot of people who still got to work on some mindset stuff. Like I said, that's why you need to register for this event, because we're going to give you a lot of breakthrough during this event, unlike anything else you've ever experienced. So go and register. It's going to be totally unique and different. But you have to understand this, that people, right, will actually judge you and make decisions more not based off how much or how quote unquote expensive your program is, but how cheap it is too, right? People make decisions off of that. So if you're trying to be the cheapest around, you know, that's a game you don't want to play, right? You don't want to play in being the cheapest around, because I can tell you firsthand, being the cheapest around is very expensive. And that's a game that you can't get ahead, because why? You're always undercutting. You're always under, because it's like, okay, this guy do it. This person said they'd do it for what? For $1,000. Okay, I'll do it for $9.95. Oh, such and said they do it for $9.90. Well, guess what? I do it for $9.50. Oh, such and said they do it for $9.20. Well, guess what? I do it for $8.50. Right? It's like people who do business that way typically are not very successful. So you never want to put yourself in that box where you're basing your business off being the cheapest, right? You don't want to be seen as being the cheapest. So don't play that game, and realize that price is relative. All right. Price is always relative, and never get caught up in, you know, in that type of game. All right. Next, you got to understand, you want to know the value of a client. And this is very important. And this is something that made much more sense, when I was sharing this a few years back when I had my program and I was helping mortgage and real estate people grow their business. And I was teaching them how to grow their business and helping them grow their business online. And this made sense to me because, yeah, when I first started working, when I was asking myself, well, where should I be at, right? What number should I be around? Then I remembered my professional training, and I said, well, I asked myself this question, and I did some research. I said, how much is one client worth to them? Right? So I started crunching numbers. And I was like, okay, well, my client here lives in Los Angeles. Now, this can vary, but it may be different. Someone living in Los Angeles, someone living in North Carolina, but the same rule of thumb, right? And I said, okay, my client here lives in Los Angeles. How much is an average commission going for? How much is the average house selling for, right? Or how much they get paid? So I started doing these numbers. I said, okay, well, they get 1% of whatever the loan amount is. So say, for example, the house is $500,000, maybe in California, maybe in South Carolina, and maybe $200,000, right? But they get 1% of that amount. And so if it's $500,000 and they get 1%, I said, it's $5,000. So one client is worth at least $5,000. And actually one client is worth $15,000 the way I teach mine, because why? They're going to get referrals. That's $20,000 because they're going to get referrals, right? And referrals are free. So the mindset is, well, shucks, if they can earn their money back with 1 or 2 deals, the amount I'm offering is no big deal. And so what did I do? When I made my offer to them, I said, hey, this is the amount here. And their mindset was, well, shucks, that's a great deal. Because they're like, well, all I need is 1 or 2 deals, 2 deals or whatever. And I make my money back. And everything else after that is what? Pure profit. And that right there is something that's ninja. Stuff I like to share with one of my paid clients in God's Masterpiece. But see, that's the mentality you have to have. It's not how much you think you should charge. It's how people are willing to pay, because why? Based off of their customer value. So how much is a customer worth to them? And then you can kind of take that. Well, if I can help them make their money back off 1 or 2 deals, they're happy. Because why? They're going to make more than 1 or 2 deals, right? They're going to get 3, 4, 5, 10, 20, right? Because my goal is always to help my clients earn at least 10 times as much, at minimum 5, than the investment they made with me. Most folks shoot for 2 or 3. But hey, that's cool. If you invested, certain amount of money and I doubled your money in investment, that's awesome. But my goal is always 10, at minimum 5, right? So because I want my clients to get 10 the return. They'd be like, oh my goodness, I invested this amount with Chris and I was able to get boom, right? So that's the mentality, but it's based off of the same thing. I know how much my client are worth. It's something called lifetime value. So I know how much a new client is worth to my clients. And so that's why I can justify what I charge, number one, because I know they're going to make their money back and a whole lot more and then some. The third one, and this is very important too, and I really need you to understand this, really to grasp this and get this, is moral integrity. Now, what do I mean by moral integrity? Well, here's the deal, my friend. Plain and simple. If you have never invested the amount that you're charging, then you have zero moral integrity. And here's the deal. It's going to mess with your conscience. It's going to prevent you from selling like you want to sell. Because, let me give you an example. I was doing a master class with a bunch of students a few months back. And in one of the sessions, I was asking them about, how much do you want class to pay you? Right? And we went through these different things. I was hearing different prices, right? But one individual kind of stood out to me. And so I asked, I said, how much do you want class to pay you, for your program? And I think she told me about $35,000. I said, okay, cool. All right, awesome. I said, well, let me ask you a question. How much have you invested yourself? And she was like, I said, have you ever invested $35,000 or $30,000 in yourself at one time? Have you ever done that in coaching, mentoring, whatever? Have you ever done that yourself for your services, to grow your services? She was like, no. I said, so what's the most amount you ever invested in yourself to grow? She was like $1,500. I said, well, here's the deal. It's going to be very difficult for you to sell a $30,000 program if the most you ever invested in yourself is $1,500. I said, why? Because now you're acting outside of moral integrity. It's very difficult to tell someone you should do this. It's going to transform your life. It's the best thing for you, right? And you've never done it yourself. It's almost like you're a hypocrite. And plus, you violate laws, right? There are certain laws that you violate when you are not willing to make the same type of investment that you encourage and asking others to do with you. Like I said, you have no moral integrity. The reason why I can give an offer for the amounts that I offer for is because I've invested those amounts. That's why I have no qualms. I have no, my subconscious doesn't mess with me. When I make them an offer, I don't have these doubts saying, oh, you're a hypocrite. How you going to ask someone to pay you this and you won't even do it yourself? I have none of that. Why? Because I've invested in myself large amounts to grow, right? So that's why when I offer my main services, I can do it and say, hey, I've been there. I know how you feel, right? But I'm telling you, if you never done that, so you have to ask yourself that too. So if you want a client to pay you $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $25,000 or whatever for your program, have you done that yourself? Because if you have not, it's going to be pretty much impossible for you to offer that long term. And what happens if someone asks you, hey, what's the most you ever invested in yourself? What happens? So, and what happened? You make your offer, someone will look at you and say, "Hey, have you ever invested this amount in yourself before?" And what are you going to say? Now you're stuck, right? You're going to say, "Well, no, I haven't." Then what's going to happen? You lost all credibility. Because how are you going to ask someone else to do something you're not willing to do? See, the moment this follows the kingdom principle, but to get people to do what you want them to do, you have to do it first. The reason why I can offer what I'm offering, because I've done it first. And my clients and students know that, I have receipts to prove it. So that's what you have to do, my friend, to get people to begin to, helping with your pricing is make those same type of investments that you want others to make by you doing it yourself. And the moment you begin to do that, then things will begin to work in your favor and work out for you much better. So if you found this episode valuable, let me know. I'd love to know what you find valuable about this episode. Definitely share that with me as well. And again, my friend, go right now and register for this amazing event. You do not want to miss it, my friend. It's going to radically shift and change your life. So go register for the 5 days to 5 figure months masterclass. It's going to be amazing, my friend. And just in case you want more encouragement, just in case you need to see more on how this is going to be game changing for you, my friend, check this out. If you want to scale your coaching, consulting, or expert business to 6 figures and you've been overworked and overwhelmed, then watch this video. Hey, my name is Chris Harrell, and I help Christ-centered coaches, consultants, and experts go from overworked, overwhelmed, and underperforming to enjoying a full sales pipeline and more revenue, but not how you think. And if you want more visibility so you can reach more clients, create more impact, and have a consistent and predictable way to make more sales in your business, now I'm hosting a live 5 days to 5 figure months masterclass that will show you how to become more visible, increase your reach, and get more clients without prospecting, chasing them on social media, or even doing complicated launches and stuff. In fact, this technique, this KVE technique that I'm going to teach you over our 5+ days is responsible for generating $418,020 in only 22 months in our brand new coaching business online. In fact, here's some proof. Okay, really quick, I just want to show you this so you can see this. This is inside one of my merchants account. It's called Stripe. See my name there, Christopher Harrell. And I put in some dates when I first started utilizing this KVA technique. And it was April of 2020. And the most recent date here, February 4th. And as you can see here, generated $302,500. That's the volume, $302,500 there. Now here's my PayPal account. You can see here, see my name, Christopher Harrell there, and company name there, Freedom Chasers LLC. And the same thing here with the dates. I put the same identical dates in here. You can see right here, and $95,520 is coming from PayPal. And I want to show you this here because I do get paid, via wire transfer as well. You can see the date there, November 17, 2021, and another $17,000 came in from wire transfer right to my business checking account. So if we were to add these up with Stripe, it was $302,500. Through PayPal came $95,520. Wire transfer was $17,000 there, and the $3,000 came in from Cash App from Walmart to Walmart. That gives us $418,020 in a brand new coaching business. You can go register right now by going to getvisibleWithVirtual.com or clicking the link somewhere around this video. Listen, the secret to growing your business fast is simplifying it. And I have not found a better or more simple way than to do that by using the KVE technique. If you want more authority, positioning, exposure, attract the right audience, create a larger email list, build a tribe that loves you, grow your brand, create more influence in the kingdom, and spend more time doing the things you love, go register right now for the 5 days, 5 figure months masterclass by going to getvisibleWithVirtual.com or click the link somewhere around this video. And I'm going to see you in the class.